Hey everybody, it's First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. Quick update on the weather tonight. If you notice the winds picking up across the area, we've got some new high wind warnings up for the mountains and foothills. Really strong winds with this cold front and really this upper trough that's swinging through the area tonight. I'll show you this full screen. You can see all the counties in the mountains and the adjacent foothills. That does include Avery, Ashe, Watauga counties, as well as upper Burke and Caldwell counties. We could see gusts tonight approaching 50 miles per hour. That's certainly not out of the realm of possibility tonight with these really strong winds. Just to show you where the current wind speeds are, the current wind speeds out of the northwest, anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour. Obviously, these aren't gusts currently, just the current wind speed and direction. I'll show you the highest gust we've seen so far. And you can see already in Boone, we've seen a gust of 46. Up towards Jefferson, we've seen a wind gust up almost to 40 miles an hour, and I expect these will pick up overnight as these strong winds blow across the area. Now across the Piedmont, notice some of these gusts getting close to 30 miles per hour. That's enough to bring down a branch or two or a weak tree, and you're going to notice the house shaking tonight and a lot of noise going on, so don't be surprised if you hear that going on most of tonight. And what's going on here is we've got this mid-level jet, which is the jet stream at about 10,000 feet. The strong winds up there, they're really blasting into the Carolinas. See the area in white? That's approaching 100 knots. So really strong winds. And this little trough, and you can see it in the atmosphere here, this little dip in the jet stream like this, and those strong winds, a jet max we call it, is progressing through the Carolinas right now, and that's producing some really strong winds. This is also the same system which is going to bring us some wintry weather. We've got a winter weather advisory in effect for the mountains tonight, and this is likely going to be extended because I think this is going to be one of the best winter weather events we've seen, honestly, in the mountains all season long. Because let me show you what's going on tonight. Right now I'm going to show you the radar only first, and I'll show you that we've got this system spinning across the east, and there's a lot of moisture with it. What's going to happen is this low eventually is going to set up here, and it's going to wrap moisture all the way around. There's really cold air coming across the Great Lakes, and this is setting the stage for some really good, what we call northwest flow snow. And that northwest flow snow is just like it sounds. You've got northwesterly winds bringing in that moisture. It hits the mountains perpendicular and it lifts the air, and you end up getting some big time snows. Real heavy snow, even thunder snow tonight up at Snowshoe. You probably wonder why I'm talking about Snowshoe. That's where I'm going skiing this weekend. You saw the lightning strikes there. I'll kind of show you that quickly because that was kind of cool. When you get thunder snow, you see the lightning bolt showing up there in parts of West Virginia. So really good snow event shaping up for the mountains. And I'll show you what this looks like on Futurecast. This big dynamic system moving through the region with waves of snow showers that will be in the mountains not only tonight and tomorrow. There'll be a brief break, but then another big surge as we go into Friday morning and Saturday. So this is going to be a long-lived event for snow. And I'll show you a close-up view just to get an idea, because folks in the mountains, if you're not ready for this, this is going to be a doozy because you're going to have a ton of wind and really cold temperatures. So the wind is going to make it feel colder. It'll blow the snow around. So I think this will make for some really treacherous travel, not only tonight and early tomorrow, but again, going into Friday. This is Friday afternoon, about 2 o'clock. You can see the snow building in, and yes, really heavy snow through Saturday morning. And just to show you how much we could end up seeing up there, I'm going to pause this a couple times. I'll let this play first. We'll zoom into the mountains here. And you can see these areas, the highlighted areas, the highest peaks, that's Roan Mountain, Sugar and Beech Mountain are about right there. And notice how much more snow we get going into Thursday night, Friday into Saturday as that second surge of moisture moves into the region. I'll zoom in closer and you can see there's Roan Mountain, there's Banner Elk. You're talking about right in that purple area, that's in the 7 to 8 inch range up there. So pretty impressive amounts of snow, and like me, I'm looking up and down the entire chain of the mountains here. Over in the Smokies, Mount LeConte looks like it could get a foot of snow there. Newfound Gap looks like it's going to get clobbered as well. So Cataloochee looks to get some good snow. Outside of Asheville, Black Mountain there, up towards areas towards Mount Mitchell. Winter Place, if you're going skiing there, looks like at least 2 to 4 inches, and then up there towards up towards Snowshoe, and then heading up towards Wisp there in Maryland. Really good ski weekend overall. And just to kind of show you the elevation difference here and what that means as far as snowfall amounts. And this is the whole duration. This counts the snow falling tonight and the snow that's going to fall going into the weekend. And I think this will last all the way till Saturday. So down towards Boone, Blowing Rock probably less because it's on eastern facing slopes, maybe 1 inch to 3 inches depending on elevation, even down in here. Some of the valleys a little less, but you get up there, Grandfather, Beach Sugar, Mount Mitchell, throw in Mount LeConte, Roan Mountain, Mount Rogers, all those really high tops will end up with some really decent snow as we go into areas, basically going into the weekend. I think the first part of the weekend is when we see the biggest snow chances. And just to show you the winds will be a big issue as well. Futurecast winds show some really strong winds that'll be around through tonight, early tomorrow morning. We've got plenty of wind that'll be around basically through Thursday. And then you see the snow showers continuing all the way into Friday morning. And that basically is going to allow the winds to kind of wane a little bit and then move out eventually. That's when we'll start to see the winds kind of relax a little bit. So that's a quick look at what we're looking at tonight. Coming up tonight at 11, we'll talk about the snow and the wind chances, and we'll talk about the warming trend as we look into next week, as March is just around the corner.